In the 20 years tasers have been on sale, the British police force has been an enthusiastic customer. It now has an arsenal of the so-called non-lethal weapons. But after a string of fatalities, human rights activists have grave concerns over the real extent of the dangers they pose. As RT's Laura Smith reports.
Imagine the feeling of 50,000 volts passing through your body. People who've been tasered say it's a massive shock that starts in your liver and kidneys, courses through your heart and onto your brain. It feels like it's being fried. Barbaric, it's been called. And yet instances of tasering by police are rising all the time in the UK, more than doubling between 2009 and 2011. That's of great concern to human rights groups who say tasers aren't the modern-day truncheon the police seem to think they are, but a potentially lethal weapon being rolled out to huge numbers of officers.
You have to remember this 50,000 volt assault weapon. It's not like a little tingle. It's not like a tiny electric shock you might get from a fence around a field. It's much more serious than that, and that's one of the big concerns that Amnesty have got, because if you put that in the hands of people that aren't trained to the sufficient level, then you risk serious incidences happening.
Tasers were originally only given to highly trained marksmen, but they're now being issued to specialist units and bobbies on the beat, a total of 14,700 officers. Amnesty says the training course for new taser carriers is woefully inadequate. It only lasts 3 days. But the Association of Chief Police Officers insists they are adequately prepared. So tasers aren't being fired more often, but there are loads more of them to be fired. And there are up to 5 instances of taser use a day now. And the more tasers out there, the higher the potential for accidents. 10 people have died since tasers were introduced in the UK in 2003. One man exploded in a fireball after dousing himself in petrol. And in the US, they've been linked with more than 60 deaths. Human rights groups say it amounts to the police being armed by stealth and worry that the art of negotiating in volatile situations will be lost and be replaced with shock now, ask questions later.